Hi guys, Gaming Bear here. Right, we are back, Hearts of Iron 4. And you remember from last episode, we were surrounding the Czech Republic. They have the backing of the whole British Empire if someone attacks them. So the whole of the British Empire, and they're also Yugoslavia. So Yugoslavia and Romania, the Kingdom of Romania, and Yugoslavia over here, they're all going to declare war on us. So, a couple of ways through. I'm going to start getting some troops down to this section to put up a defence in case they start pushing through. This is really the only area. There's lots of mountains in this area. We just have to watch out that Italy doesn't flip. I've moved a large force, 24 units, along the border. Well, they're moving into the border as we speak, ready to hold the Romanians, and if they declare war on us, then we can start pushing into Romania as well. But that's if they want to attack us, then they get to attack us. Hey, if it is what it is, take Romania, swing the forces round, and come in through this way to gain even more territory, while at the same time holding up. Well, France, I presume, will join. They're guaranteed by the UK. I presume that they are, let's have a look, they're guaranteeing Yugoslavia. So if Yugoslavia declares war, I'm expecting basically France to join and suddenly start pushing through. We've been building forts, and I'm building a radar station in Württemberg to assist to hold this area. We're not going to push through yet. Going to hold the forces here. Half of the forces in this area just holding the border, with the rest ready to go into Czechoslovakia, take Czechoslovakia quickly, and then I can flip those forces to push into Hungary if Hungary flips. Let's check the situation. Yeah, they're probably going to flip against us as well. So we may end up having to annex them, but I need to get some troops along this border to provide some sort of a semblance of a defence. So let's move those guys down. They're pretty good troops. I don't want to have to actually waste them at the moment. Let's have a look. Try and find some units who aren't quite so good. I've got some units in training. So this unit, something else I'm doing at the moment. As you can see up here, I have an additional 367,000 men in training at the moment. They're working their way through. Most of the equipment's been allocated, and they're in training, ready to come in, with some units more trained than others. They're allocated to this training unit, which has got trained guys in it, and as soon as they get up to the next level, they gain plus 25%. So I'm using this unit as a training section along the French border to help hold it with training troops. If we get attacked by the French, I'm going to stop the training immediately so these guys can help bolster the defence. Now, for now, I'm going to use one unit of Alpenjäger, get a fallback line, which I'm going to put in along the border here. Oops. And then the other side of that. Let's flip it up right the way along to there, and I'm going to get some of the recruitment troops coming in straight away. Those guys into Austria, and get them allocated straight away to this front. These guys, I'm going to get them allocated to that, so change where they're coming in, lower Austria as well, and they're going to come into this training unit, hold the line, gain their training, and hold this border just in case we get affected. I'm moving planes, so that's it. Those guys are moving into position. They're going to be in place very soon, and depends who attacks us. So what we're going to do is, first thing, kick off, declare war, and see what happens. I expect to have a lot of trouble coming in. So let's send that in. We declared war. Let's slow the timer down and see just who declares, what happens, and they've come to join. So let's see what happens next. So let's have a look. Check. They've called Romania. Yep, that's fine. France, United Kingdom. France has joined. I expected that. So for that end, let's stop this training immediately. Stop the training so they're ready to defend. Those guys are moving into position. They're moving to the front line, and the French have attacked us already, which I was expecting. Let's just check exactly how it's going. Okay, let's have a look. We can pierce there. They've got armoured units, but we can pierce them. Here, how's it looking? They've got a lot of troops coming through this central area. So we need those guys to head in. I'm moving planes in to assist. They're on their way. They're deploying already. I probably should have waited till they'd arrived. So that was a mistake on my part. And these guys, select all. Let's wait for the activation. They're moving into position. And Romania hasn't attacked yet. Yes, they have. Okay, yep. Okay, let's have a look at this position. Mine's 8%. We're moving into position, ready to take them. So, see what we can do. So it's 50-50 at the moment, but our planes haven't kicked in. We've got the advantage, general-wise. We need to. Oh, yeah. Yeah, British Malaya has started coming in. We've got planes out here. I've taken all of my ships out, but I've got guys guarding the ports or moving into position to guard the ports in the background. So that's something to bear in. That's it. It's going more green. They're attacking. Our units are moving into position, and we have the backup units in position very soon to aid. Let's see what happens as we get the additional units just arriving to come and assist. So we can hold them, or if they start pushing back a little bit, then we can start reorganising it. Yeah, remains John. That's what we wanted, because eventually we want to take on the whole world and dominate it as one single Germany. So that's the plan. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're attacking forts. Make sure you build those forts. It really does help. And we've now got the air power has just arrived. This is the one area where, so our planes are our anti-air is helping. We've got an anti-air, very useful in this situation for gaining the air superiority. So let's check the air power situation. Come on, you want to. There we go. Oh, that's not looking good. Where are our fighters? They're still incoming. Okay, well, we'll have to sort that out. That's really not good. Over in this zone, how is it looking? Air power. Okay, we definitely need more planes. You guys. Yeah, they're being called in. Let's get those into Czechoslovakia to aid with that. Actually, let's get them into Western Germany for now. Flying into there, and then I can move them into Czechoslovakia as well. That's it. This is going the right way. We are losing. Okay, we might have to fall back. They've pushed us in this area, but it's going to be a salient, and our other areas are holding. We're losing the centre, but that where they push in is going to be an area that we can more easily attack. And as our planes start coming in, yeah, it's all going Pete Tong. Battle-wise, yeah, we've got more troops up in the mountains and everything built in position. That's it. Well, they've pushed in, but we just need to keep holding them back. Let's have a look at the numbers. We've lost 2,000. They've lost 8,000. So, let's pause. They've got 2.2 million men. That's a lot of men. We've got 807,000, but it's still a 4-to-1 ratio. Just over 4, so 25%, or say 25 to 30% we're losing in comparison to what they're losing. So as long as we can maintain that, we'll be able to hold them off. Now, this zone, let's select these guys, and so they're attacking us here. We're doing fine. They're coming in. We've got the overall good situation, and I'm just going to attack in. I know it's a disadvantage, but if I can cause them problems, reduce their supplies, I want to destroy them as quickly as possible. Romania is trying to... they're attacking us, and we've got twice as many troops on the border. Let's check the Romanian situation. Minus 20%. Yeah, we'll keep it rocking and rolling. Back on the French border. This is looking... all the green is looking good. As long as they don't have a mass breakthrough. Yeah, they're all coming to join. Like I didn't know that would be happening. There, it's all gone green. Great. We've held them. They've punched through, but only a tiny bit. That's it. We just hold the rest of it and then slowly push them back. At the same time, we want to get ready to capture Czechoslovakia. That's the main idea. We've got these guys holding the ports. They're moving into position. That's going very nicely. They're trying to attack us, and yeah. As long as we can maintain it. Here, they are seriously trying to push. I mean, we've now got 3 units to every one of theirs. I like it. And keep it flowing. There we go. One of the reds is almost a green. Undecided. 12 days. That's fine. It will be fine. Let's check here. Okay, they're getting ready to go anti British Navy, the Royal Navy. So that's going to be up and coming. So we just keep it rocking and rolling. Spend the points when we can get them. Everything's on the green. They're attacking. They're bouncing severely. So let's check the numbers. Okay, we've lost 5,000 to 30,000. So they've lost 6 times the amount that we've lost. So be on the defensive. Flip the situation. Force them to let them come and push into you. And then once they've done that, counterattack for the win. You can see all these wonderful green situations. And we're going to fight them to a stalemate. They have to go to war because they've said that they would. And suddenly, you're in a winning situation, grinding them down, causing them huge problems. February 1939. Now, let's grab some more production. That's going to really help. And let's look at the logistics side. Yep, it's all going nicely in the green. And with the additional construction that's going to be coming up, that'll really assist. And we have more troops on the way. Huge numbers. Let's look at the numbers at the moment. 367,000 in training. And where do we need them? I would say, well, Czechoslovakia. If we can flip Czechoslovakia as quickly as possible. So I'm going to go add them to Thurlingen. These guys from there into here. These guys will gain their experience very quickly. So we'll get them straight in. Panzer Division in Württemberg. Let's get them into there. Ready to make a difference. That's it. And the SS in Württemberg, let's just get them in as well. Allocate. And then some Lower Austrian mountain troops. We're holding them there, so we don't need any more. So let's allocate these guys from there into the front and just send them in. So we now have 1.83 million men in the field, which is nice. Okay, Romania has stopped their attack. Let's look at the situation. How are we looking? Minus 20. Okay, so I want this to flip. I need this to become positive, and we can start attacking them, which would be useful. That's it with those new troops arriving. We're getting some nice green situations here. They're pushing in, causing quite a bit of problems, but we can hold them, we can bounce them. Let's look at the air power side. It's contested, but we've got 230 planes compared to theirs. We're doing some damage, and we're causing them. They're coming in, trying to bomb us, and a lot of our units have got anti-air capabilities. So, yep, it's going the right way. Let's have a look at these. The attack is going nicely. Half of our units they can't even penetrate, and we'll just let that tick through. That's it. We've started pushing in already. We've captured this zone. We're on our way to Brno. Here, we're defending nicely. They're winning. If we get pushed back, we get pushed back. We get pushed back to Vienna. No worries whatsoever. We lose a tiny bit of territory, pull them into our land, and fall back to Vienna. Yep, no problem whatsoever. In fact, let's get some more units in. And what have we got? There we go. Let's get those guys into Lower Austria. Straight into there and allocate them all in. That's it. You can see them moving straight into the front to assist, and it's gone green already. More troops just arriving, and that'll help with the situation. So we just hold the French. Yeah, they're, you know, it's a bit of back and forth. Let's check the war score. 17,000 to 63, so it's still a 4-to-1-ish, which I'm happy with. And that includes one battle where we're actually attacking. So we just need to flip this, destroy Czechoslovakia, take what we need, and get ready to, well, just hold the French as long as we can, defend against a British invasion, and keep it rocking and rolling. So let's speed this up a bit. February 1939. Our forces are pushing in. It's a bit of a mixed bag up here. The rest of it's looking nice. So, yep, that's looking good. So let's have a look at these numbers. 0 and risky. Let's go for it. An okay plan this week is better than a perfect plan next week. Let's attack with them. 10% is better than a poke in the eye. Let's go and check these units over there. Ah, yes. Going in, taking Tanatuva, which will then free up. So we can push through Tanatuva, Mongolia next as part of the plan, and then that'll free up these mountain troops to help back in Europe. So that's the reason for that. The plan is in place, and then that'll free up all of those units, an additional 17 units, which is really going to be useful. So this is the sort of thing you've got to prepare for. You know you're going to start losing in certain areas, but you've got to try and balance, manage, and husband your forces as best you can. Now, the logistics, yep, we're losing some units. We've still got some stores. It's a battle. We just have to increase the production, and as you know, we've got this additional we've got anti-tank guns coming in, but the dispersed infantry and better engineering companies are going to be coming in 9 months' time, which will mean that when they attack us, we will be able to hold them for longer. So that'll improve our situation. But something else that'll improve the situation is when we start taking some of these areas and start flipping them. There we go, mechanised offence, very neat. And then we'll go for the Kampfgruppe, improved recovery rates and planning speeds. Very nice, that'll definitely help. So that should bump up our battlefield strategies. Let's have a look. Okay, so Albania has gone, so that's down here. Yeah, down in this zone. This is now all Albania. Yeah, all Italian there. So we've got to watch out for that. And we're getting more green in Czechoslovakia, which is good. So that's all coming very nicely. Yes, we're falling back. Doesn't matter. We'll be able to flip it. So the important thing is taking Czechoslovakia, forcing the Romanians to run out of strength, draw them into a battle of attrition that we should be able to win. So that's the thing. We're falling back towards the river. All of these defensive positions up in the mountains, they're not breaking through. Up near the water's edge, every time we fall back to a major river to be able to hold them back. And here, yes, it's going. There we are. We see we're winning. We'll start pushing towards Prague. Once they're broken, I'm then going to rush troops straight through towards Prague. We're capturing the areas, certain areas. Yeah, they're holding us, but we're spread everywhere. And now you can see the French situation. Lots and lots of green. Now let's look at the modified government situation. Let's have a look. Close air support, that'll be useful. Armored Genius, airborne. Let's go for divisional attack and defense. That'll immediately buff our troops, and that's the key to our success at the moment. So keep that rocking and rolling. Let's look at these numbers. Look at where we're where we're losing, and we've got a defense of 164 and 137. Those defenses have just increased. So with limited numbers, we can hold them. Even if we fall back over the river, that'll make our defensive position even stronger. And then they're surrounded by even more people, and basically we've just held them in this area of Moselland. And they're like, oh right, well we can't go any further. Which was part of the original German strategy of just holding them, allow them to push in, and then once they destroyed the Russians, flip the troops from the other side, and come hammering straight in, cut them in a pocket, thin them out, slam into them, and encircle them, destroy the army, and that's so it's all going according to my plan. I was certain I'd end up falling back, but I'd make them fight for every single inch. So, we've lost a lot of troops. That falling back has caused an issue. We've severely... 142,000 units. Very, very hard. So, these troops, let's get those guys into Essen. And I'm going to get them onto this front. Thurling, let's get those guys in here. All of these units straight in where they're needed. Reorganize it. You guys into there. This is where they're breaking through, and this is where we've got to stop them. So, Württemberg straight into there. More Württemberg troops, and when they fall back, we've got the cavalry to fall back and form a line, which will help the situation. So it won't be so bad. It was more of a push than I expected, but you've got to take advantage, or you've got to not take advantage. Take advantage of your strengths and weaknesses, and learn what you can do. Let's make sure I've got that right. And reallocate that. There we go. They're in. Württemberg to Hessen. Oops. That's it. So they're going to come in, and let me just see if there are any units I can actually allocate right now. And let's get those guys in. They're pretty much fully ready to go. That'll help with the tide while the other guys carry on training. So those will help to stem the tide, hold them on the border, and change it to what we need it to be. There we go, they're pushing in very neatly. Now, let's send them through to there. This unit's about to fall, and then send them the back way in towards Prague. Capture Prague from the rear. Look for opportunities like that to be able to take advantage of your enemy. Now let's see what's happening down here. These guys are short of supplies. Now we need to sort out the roadside. This isn't ours. Yes, so we need to have this. We have problems pushing in. Therefore, let's hold those guys and pause the attack. Let them attack us. Oh, we've gained a foothold here. In that case, I'm going to send. Let's reorganize the attack. I hadn't expected to capture there, but take advantage of every thing you get. So send them that way, and that'll be the plan, so we can hold them in the other areas, push in from this side, get the supplies in, and secure this zone in the background. So change of plan, going in a different way. So these additional troops are making a big difference. We've broken through here like I was expecting, and our SS are ploughing through the country, ready to take Prague from behind, and with them being pinned in place by the frontal troops, a bit like the phalanx would have pinned the Greek troops. These units breaking through. That's it. They've realised their mistake. They've realised they're in trouble. Prague is about to fall. Brno has been vacated, so I'm moving those troops in. You up to there. Capture the airfield, that victory point, and then in that way to help prevent these troops from getting into place. You into there, and then follow through. Oops, I meant just you. Oh, come on, just you. And oh, come on. Oh well, let's just leave that do its thing. Here, yeah, we're holding them. It's going more green. I like the look of that. Battle over here. They're not forcing us out. That's fine as long as we can hold it. I expected to hold them for now, which is good. And the French side, yeah, the river is holding them up like I'd expected. They're going to bounce severely on us. Now let's look. Now we've held things in place. Let's look at the numbers. 196 to 243. It's going the other way. We've stabilised our losses as we stabilised the front line again. Prague has fallen, and we now need to get those guys that way. Everything in to capture Bratislava. You through to there to encircle these units here, create a pocket, destroy those guys, which would be very useful. First Lublin Awards, nice, so we can go for a different area as well. Sudetenland, let's go for the first Vienna Accord. I will miss that for now. That's all coming through. Anschluss, befriending, and let's go for Wunderwerfer in the background. Numbers wise, we're going to have to reorganise some army experience so we don't lose it very soon. So always keep an eye on that side of things. The rest of this we're holding very neatly. So yeah, making them pay for everything they take. That's it. Czechoslovakia is ours. A huge amount of weapons. Very, very nice. It's ours. Now, all of these troops that were on the front line here, they are able to be allocated to both countries, to further around, and start pushing back into France, in towards Paris, breaking through the flanks here and here, encircling these huge French forces. I want to destroy these little pockets and take it to them. Now this area, it'll allow us a wider front against the Romanians. They chose the wrong side. They seriously did. So that's where we are at the end of this episode. I'm going to clear this up, and at the end of next episode we're going to be ready. It's April 1939. We are basically at war with everybody. The plan is coming together. I've drawn the French out, extended their lines. They're not winning, and let's look at the position at the moment. 202,000 compared to 260. It shows here that it's 14% in their favour. We've knocked one of them out of the war. We will soon have all of their factories coming online, all the resources, everything, and the additional, this amount of units. Let's check how many. We are looking an additional 23 units. So I'm going to seal up and destroy these pockets, which will immediately destroy all of these individual units, which is vastly going to affect the situation for the Allies, and it's going to and all of this green anyway. So April 1939, we've just taken Czechoslovakia very, very quickly, while at the same time holding the French. Yes, we lost a bit of ground. I knew this was going to happen. I knew we'd have to fall back. It was part of the plan. I didn't expect, I thought maybe I'd make a little bit of inroads here. I didn't expect to capture this area near the port, and that's a really, really good bridgehead. And this will be, so we hold Romania, extend the line, hold them in place, improve the now we've got the Czech border. We will have the supply route to feed our troops and allow us to plan a proper invasion in towards Bucharest. So that's where we are at this stage. Incredibly good news. Very swift takeover. They didn't break through. They broke through a little bit more than I thought. I expected to have enough troops to be able to do it, and we held them where I wanted to hold them, but I didn't expect to lose that 100,000 men or so. That was a bit of a shock. It didn't quite go as I expected, but we took the centre, and now we have that additional 17 units. I'm going to kick about 5 this way, with 12 more units going to the French front. So yeah, 5 going towards Romania and 12 going towards the French border. So without further ado, I'm going to say thank you guys. I'm the Gaming Bear, and this is playing Germany Hearts of Iron 4 Iron Man, and seeing how quickly we can do things. The Spanish Civil War is still going on. We have captured a large proportion, let's say, of the central part. We've captured Russia, you know? We have taken Russia. Oh, I'd almost forgotten about this. How's Tanatuva going? I'd completely forgotten about this side. At the same time, we're pushing in. Let's make sure that's running nicely. 80% in our favour. It's just being a bit slow. That will kick in. I may have to actually send some of the troops in. I'll sort that out between episodes. So, yes. So at the same time, we're capturing, because I could have just gone for, I could have had these 17 units on the front, and that would have made life easier. But at the same time, I wanted to be able to take Mongolia and Tanatuva and just knock these completely out, and then flip those troops. But even though I initiated the attack, it didn't come off. So I don't know why that didn't. It should have done, but it didn't. And so I gambled with those troops, knowing that I would fall back, because I wanted to then flip those units to assist with attacks in the rest of the world. So thank you guys. I'm the Gaming Bear, and this is Germany. See you on the next one. Take care. Bye.